I just want to jump on here right quick and share something with you all. Let me go ahead and get into it, cause y'all, I really distracted a little bit, but I'm into it. Okay, so anywho, let me jump on here right quick. So yesterday, my family, my dad's side of the family had a family reunion. I'm amazed. Okay, so we had a amazed family reunion, and it was a topic of discussion that came up. And I just want to, talk about it a little bit about like, hold on, let me go back a little bit. So basically, like we were talking or whatever like that, about like certain things, according to like really like relationship wise, okay? I don't really want to talk about relationship because I don't want folks to think I'm a relationship coach or none of that, okay? I just want to talk about it because we all, if you haven't been in a relationship, you kind of, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Been through the ins and outs. Okay. So anyway, we were talking about like how women is, right? How they don't hold themselves accountable. How it's so hard for them to, say that they're sorry or admit to their wrongs, and what else were we talking about? I'm sorry right now. Okay. So, just really by women, like when women being in a relationship with a man, whatever like that, it's hard for certain women to admit their wrongs, hard for them to express how they love or being affection, whatever the case may be. Anyway, we were talking about that and how women don't hold themselves accountable, don't know how to take accountability for themselves. So when we were talking about it, I could relate to what the men were saying, because that's how I used to be. It was hard for me to say apologize. It was hard for me to take accountability. When I say hard, I ain't gonna say hard. I'm gonna say I didn't want to apologize. I didn't want to take accountability. It's different, okay? And what happened is sometimes, in what we were talking about, what I was explaining to them is when the woman went through a lot of stuff in like the life. Not saying the men haven't. I'm just stating this on a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a woman, okay? So sometimes when a woman went through a lot of stuff in life, no matter what it is or whatever, it can be abuse, it can be brokenness, it can be physical, mental, relationships, or whatever the case may be. Sometimes some women come out and they be harder or tougher than they should be in a relationship, and that's how I was, okay? I'm a whole lot more softer now, y'all, but I could relate to what they were saying, because in society, it seemed like they were stating, the men were stating that most women aren't turned into the men's, like acting like men's, you know what I'm saying? But let me say something first. The Bible states that the women are the weaker vessel, okay? I don't care. I'm going by what the word of God say. Okay, so it's okay women to be a woman, okay? But I want to come and say something about it, because a lot of times we don't take accountability. We don't know how to say we're sorry. We don't know how to apologize. And then when we do apologize, sometimes it don't be sincere. We just say it to get it out of the way. What I was hearing from them, from the men's, basically like what they need from women is accountability. You see what I'm saying? Affectionate and stuff, or being able to admit you wrong is still a part of accountability. Be able to say you sorry and stuff. And like I was stating, like a lot of times women that went through a lot of stuff, or brokenness, relationship, being physically or mentally abused or whatever like that. Y'all gonna have to excuse me because I'm a little distracted because I'm looking around. Accountability. Anywho, and when they get into a relationship, what happens is they be hard. They really be guarding themselves or trying to protect their feelings and emotions or whatever. They probably act like they don't care. Even oftentimes I used to act like I ain't care. And don't get me wrong, I don't care about certain stuff for real. Like all that playing around and stuff like that, I don't care about none of that. All that trying to deceive me and to get what you want from me or something like that, I don't care about none of that. That's a whole different, I don't care. You see what I'm saying? But I'm saying, caring about really how I feel, you know what I'm saying, towards a situation or towards a person. I could never just express that the way that I wanted to express it because of the past or anything that I've been in a any other person that I probably been in a relationship with. It probably was a broken relationship or whatever like that. So then what happened is when a woman move on, even with a man, but I'm not talking about a man, like I said, okay, I'm not talking about the man, leave that to the man. But even when a woman moves into another relationship, what she do, she carrying that same thing to the next person. You see what I'm saying? Because she haven't got properly healed. Once you get healed, let me tell you something. Nobody can heal you but God. I'm gonna say that first. But once you get healed, it's not that you don't remember those things that you done been through, but you became complete and whole in who you are and accept whatever have been done to you, or even if it's been mistreatment, whatever the case may be. The whole point that the men was stating is women don't take accountability for their actions or just take accountability at all. And it had me thinking about that, like, it is a big thing for a lot of women to take accountability for their actions, for what they say, for what they don't do. I'm talking about in a relationship, y'all. And really, when I look at it now, like me, finna be 39 years old this year or whatever the case may be. Oh, no. Y'all probably like, oh, you old. So, anywho. And so, when I look at it like now, like being able to take full accountability on what I say, my words, my action, my attitude, my character, like, it really, that will show you that you grown. Age don't show you that you grown. Maturity does, okay? Maturity, you know what I'm saying? And just hearing the men stating what they feel like they need from a woman, that's another thing that's good. That was good to hear that on a from the man's point, because oftentimes us as women, we think we know what a man really wants. I don't know if I should get deep in this, because I don't want you to be waking me up, be talking about why you say that. But let me see. Let me break it down. Cause most women think that men, we try to fulfill men desires only, right? Without having accountability. Your attitude suck. You act like you don't care. You acting like a man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, ain't no virtue in you. You know what I'm saying? Not that you ain't gotta be no bad woman, but I'm saying that your character, your attitude plays a whole part. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that you ain't gonna bump heads with your significant other or whatever like that. The whole point what I was hearing, like, women don't take full accountability, you know what I'm saying, or whatever like that. And don't be scared to, like, show your affection, your love for whoever you with, because at the end of the day, I was saying something yesterday to them. I was saying, when I learned how to really be the woman that God had created me to be, meaning like letting go or trying to protect my emotion, letting go, trying to protect how I feel or whatever the case may be, I was able to accept me for me. You see what I'm saying? I was able to accept me to be the woman that I need to be. You see what I'm saying? Because it comes, I'm trying to make sure I say the thing right. Because at the end of the day, y'all, if you gotta protect your feelings, if you gotta protect your emotions for somebody that you with, you don't need to be with them. This is what I'm trying to really get at. If you gotta constantly, that means that you're gonna be on defensive all the time, seeking all the time, want to know where the person is all the time. It like, what's the point of being with that person? You know what I'm saying? It's like pointless to be with a person that you got to sit here and seek and find and check after and all of that. You ain't got no peace. You ain't got no peace when you got to do that. Like, you ain't got no peace. I'm just saying. So I'm just really all over the place, but y'all get the point what I'm saying. Like, you know, I'm just speaking from the ladies' point, because I've been there before. I was so hard and I didn't care. I act like I didn't care, but I did care. And so then when I started getting closer to God or whatever, and I was telling God, I don't want to be like that no more. I don't want to be like that no more or whatever. And God started changing me over the years, over the course. And then I could find myself being more vulnerable in my vulnerable state. Like y'all would say, more in your feminine state, and being okay with it. Not feeling like I got to protect and guard my feelings and my emotion. Like, I don't even care if I come on here and I cry or not or whatever. I don't really care, because I'm comfortable being who I am. You see what I'm saying? They just eat or whatever. And that's the whole thing, that a lot of women be more hard or acting like they don't care or whatever. And they look at so many people, like we were talking about it yesterday too. They look at so many people on social media or whatever, they got this or got that or whatever, they empty inside, you know what I'm saying? Or they looking for the man that got this and got that or whatever the case may be, but they still empty inside. You don't even know who you are, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. But you want a man to fulfill everything for you when you ain't even fulfilled in your own self. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really gotta love yourself. And when I mean like loving yourself, really take time out on yourself, figuring out what you like and what you don't like about your own self. That loving you, loving the inside of you. Not living, like, it's so crazy when I hear women talk about how much a man should have, right, on the outward. But at the same time, y'all don't even care about his inner being, his soul. Like, you don't care about none of that. You care about everything that he have on the outward. And then you can get that type of person, and that man can snap and kill you. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Cause you had everything on the outward, but you didn't know how his soul was. You ain't praying for his soul, his spirit, you know what I'm saying? His mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to think like that. Like, you can do anything. You might be the best cook, the best person that can give him good sex or whatever the case may be. But baby, you need to know how to pray for that man's soul, pray for that man's mind, touch your heart. I mean, really just being able to be that woman for that man in an authentic, genuine way. And I'm speaking on this now because I know how to really like do that, because I always try to protect my feelings and my emotion, because I've been hurt in the past, you know what I'm saying? And so they say hurt people, you know what I'm saying? I believe that, you know what I'm saying? Whether it intentionally or unintentionally, you know what I'm saying? And so then when you connect yourself to different people, you connect yourself to different people in different relationships, you be getting the same result because you ain't even got healed. You know what I'm saying? And so you be dating somebody else, but then you thinking that always it's just that person, but then really it's you too, because at the same time you ain't got healed from the old wounds, or you ain't got healed from your childhood, or you ain't got healed from your trauma, your mama, your parents, your cousin, whatever the case may be. I want to make this too long, so I'm going to cut this off. I might talk about this again about something else, because I think it's a lot to learn, you know what I'm saying? But it's worthy at the end of the day, because your soul be rich when you learn, when you willing to listen, you know what I'm saying? Like, just listen to other people and how they feel. This another thing. Never like, I say that to another topic. I might talk a little bit more about this, about like just relationships and just really learning how to be loving you, be authentic in yourself, and that's a lot. That's a lot. It's a lot that I had to go through over the years to become the woman I am today, and just be so humble. Like, just being humble. I'm just humble. I'm just very humble, and I'm grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that. I'm serious, because when God humbles you, like, God had to humble me. He had to put his hands on me. But when he humbled me, it hurted when he did it. But now when I look at him, I'm like, man, it's the best thing that he ever did in my life, because I just see things different, man. For real. But that's it, y'all. Till next time.